Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to yet another episode of Jim's 5am Club. I'm very proud today to announce that today's episode is number 1200. 1200, so I've done 1200 vlogs in English, and I just can't wait to deliver this one here as well today. I just can't believe that in just over a year I've been able to stick to a goal and to just generate so much product, so much love, and share it with my friends and family for those who are interested. And it's just one of those things that gets me up early in the morning and keeps me up late at night. What I want to do today is celebrate episode number 1200 with an old classic, a timeless classic, a book that was written over 100 years ago. And it's a book entitled Success Through Positive Mental Attitude. Success Through Positive Mental Attitude by a dual authorship of Napoleon Hill and Clement. So what excites me the most about some of these old books is that these books were written before my parents were even born. So I'm able to tap into OPE, other people's experiences, knowledge and wisdom from previous generations, and learn and absorb the things that they held important and dear to their hearts, and to reflect on it and to understand that nothing much has changed. The challenges that we face are very similar. We have timeless wisdom, and the challenges don't seem to change over time. And it's good to see, and it's good to know that if we pay attention, if we focus, if we learn, that we can somehow improve ourselves and be in a position to live, learn and pass it on to the next generations. So this book is all about PMA, positive mental attitude. And the bottom line is that if you're a positive person, your life is just going to be so much better. You're going to be better to live with for other people, and you're also going to be better to live with for yourself, because positivity, living with a positive expression and with positive expectancy, is going to help not only you enjoy your life and live with purpose, but it's also going to make you a magnet so that other people want to be around you, especially the people who are positive and the people who are going to help you grow, develop and become a better version of yourself. So let's just attack this book now and just go through and see what we can learn, pick up some of the morsels that have passed through the generations. And the author kicks off the book with a wonderful observation, where he says that if you know what you want, you are more apt to recognize it when you see it. It sounds pretty simple, but that statement there is just so bloody profound. If you know what you want, you're more apt to recognize it when you see it, and you're more in a position to grab it with your fingers, your hands, your arms, and embrace it once you have it. But the bottom line from what the author's saying here is that we need to work to get it. We need to work to keep things, and we need to work to pass them on. And that loving and serving others is by far one of the greatest values and the greatest gifts in our lives. The important thing, of course, is to recognize it early in your life so that you can make the most of that gift. So let's talk about positive mental attitude, PMA, because he says that our lives are a constant battle between positive mental attitude and negative mental attitude. And they battle, and they're in fierce battle for our future. The author then goes on to say something which is really beautiful, but it's an old way, it's an old world view of the world. He said that if a man, or we can change it, if a person is right, their world will also be right. So what we're saying here is that if you get yourself right, if you sort yourself out, then by sorting yourself out, then everything else in your world will also be sorted out. And not only you will benefit, but others will benefit around you as well. So it's all about sorting ourselves out, making ourselves right, because when we're right, our world will be right as well. And the author goes on to say how important it is to identify with a self-image that lifts and inspires us. And we have the ability, we have the strength, we have the choice of choosing that self-image. We have the ability of selecting the targets that we want to chase. We have the ability to select the things we want to focus on. It's not up to our parents, it's not up to our siblings, our uncles, our aunts, our school teachers, our bosses, our work peers, our governments. It's up to us as individuals to select the targets that we value, that we find inspiring, and to chase after them. Because if you have a definiteness of purpose, a DOP, if you're definite with your purpose, then what happens is that your conscious and your subconscious mind work at it constantly. They obsess over it 24/7 in the background, and they help you manifest the things that you really value most. But unless you have a definite purpose, unless you have a vision, unless you have goals, then your body won't know about it. Your body won't understand your person, your persona, won't know what to chase after. So what we're saying is it's important and critical to know what you want, so that when you see it, you can grab it with both hands and you can continue to pursue it and recognize it once it appears. Because what happens, according to the science, is that your being, your body, your mind, your subconscious will scour the universe and jump at opportunities that align with your definiteness of purpose. So it's important to know what you want. It's important to have a focus and to know what you're chasing, because if you're drifting and waiting to find what you want, chances are you will never find what you want. It will never appear to you, because even if it does appear to you, because you don't know what you're looking for, you're not going to recognize it when you find it. The author also makes another valid point, a powerful point, which is very old school, very yesteryear. And he talks about the importance of reading the Bible and having a spiritual aspect to your life, because the Bible, the New Testament, so from a Christian perspective, transforms the negatives to a positive. It gives us love and it gives us hope. Because the author says that a negative mindset, a negative mental attitude, grows fat on ignorance and inaction. So it's important to fill yourself with the good word, according to the author, because that will turn our lives from negative to positive. We are also called on to separate fact from fiction, to separate the important from the non-important. Because in our lives we will be constantly bombarded by non-fiction, by misinformation, by disinformation. People will tell you that black is white and white is black. They will tell you or try to convince you that the things that you know are right, the things that you know are important, are no longer important and are no longer right. But each and every one of us need to keep the course and maintain our direction and not be swayed by the BS that is being pushed by social media, by Facebook, Instagram, and by groups of lefties who are trying to arrest and reshape what the world looks like and how it should behave. Because if we don't stand guard at the forefront of our minds, we could be led down the wrong path, according to the author. So it's important to maintain conscious auto-suggestion. This is very important. We need to be able to shape our thoughts, both our conscious thoughts and our subconscious thoughts, because the bottom line is our subconscious can't tell the difference between fact and fiction. So whatever you seed your subconscious mind in terms of auto-suggestion, your subconscious mind will continue to pursue. Let me just get on top, get in the train and continue our vlog. I'm almost finished, but I need to get on here to get to work on time. So as we're saying here, the subconscious mind can't tell the difference between fact or fiction, and hence why a lot of people are manipulated by the media, by social media, by given misinformation and disinformation, because without research, without a clear mental capacity to discern what is right and what is wrong, as we said, we'll continue to be at the mercy of disinformation and misinformation. Because it's important to understand that facts are the stepping stones over the rivers of doubt, and everybody suffers self-doubt, but it's important to be able to be able to tap into reliable sources, to be able to separate the fact and the fiction, so that we can move forward in a positive and productive way. The author goes on to say that the whole is the sum of the parts, and the whole is greater than any of its parts. In our lives, we need to continue to ask good quality questions, because it's through good quality questions we get good quality answers. We need to ask empowering questions, questions that lead us to action, not to inaction. Because inaction will make us fat, dumb and lazy. So it's important to keep moving and to understand that every single person has problems. Everybody is struggling with change, and we have patterns in our lives that repeat themselves over and over again, and it's important to take charge of those patterns and ensure that those patterns are empowering patterns, are patterns that serve us and move us in the direction that we want to head. Anyway, I think I'll cut it there, and I'll end my 1200th vlog in English, where we've gone through and learnt a little bit more about success through positive mental attitude from the wonderful authors Napoleon Hill and Clement. I look forward to seeing you again and chatting again. Take care and bye for now. Cheers.